Hey guys, Friday with DFW's Cars here. How's it going? Happy 2018 or Happy New Year's to you, depending when you're watching this. I will link to all the videos in a playlist at the end of this, so you can go find kind of the one you want. Before we get into the cars themselves, what a year it's been and why I'm doing this video. We are at almost 1 million views, 900,000 was a milestone we hit this year, and we hit nearly 2,000 subscribers as well. And I drove probably about 100 cars and reviewed almost 50 throughout the year. So I actually broke off a separate channel, DFW's Cars, for more affordable, everyday kind of cars, so I can still review a lot. And then on this channel, Ferrari Dave, it's going to be more sports cars, supercars, my cars, car shows. I have really exciting reviews coming up for you this year as well, in addition to the events I cover, the exclusive car shows, things like that. And just a few supercars I have, in addition to all my own cars, which will feature a lot in the M5 and the 911 Turbo. I have a Lamborghini review planned. I have a super muscle car. I have 2 of those that I just have to make time with the owners to get them. I have a McLaren review that I just have to, again, finagle out. Should be able to get and I hope to get my hands on a Ferrari, and a Maserati, and a few cars like that. I may replace the 911 Turbo as well. So lots of changes there. Anyway, let's get started on the list. I'm gonna break it up in kind of by categories. Let me start with big SUVs first, because that was a big seller. You know, SUVs always just sell really well. I think for large SUVs, it would have to be the Mazda CX-9, just because it was great inside, it drove great. It was a new car for the year, and it was just a really nice SUV. It's one I would actually kind of buy with my own money, you know, is how I judge like a really great car from a good one. Runner-up in that category was the Audi Q7. It didn't win, because it got pricier with the redesign. Although I like the style, it doesn't drive as well or as sporty as the old one, and there's no SQ7. Small SUVs, the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, it's not available in the faster trim, you know, Ferrari derived engine tune yet here in the States, but even the base model one, based on how good that was, I can only imagine how good the other one would be. If I can, you know, swing a more mid-size, smaller SUV, that's going to be one I would buy. All right, and this category is kind of tricky, which is sedan, essentially, sports sedan specifically. There were a lot of cars I reviewed in this class, so I'm going to break it down. Overall, sports sedan, hands down, the Alfa Romeo Giulia QV I got to drive on the track and review. It was just such a good car. Like, it had true supercar performance in a sedan. There's a lot of very competent sedans, like I have an M5, but nothing quite like that. Now, I'm going to also break it down into super high horsepower sedans. I drove 2, the M5 with 870 horsepower and the CTS V with almost 1,000 horsepower. The nod there goes to the Cadillac. For whatever reason, the M5 just couldn't put the power down quite as well as the Cadillac. The Cadillac was a more affordable car. Again, the new generation going forward, M5 with the all-wheel drive, definitely going to change things, going to give probably Cadillac a run for their money, and also create some competition now for Audi. Going into kind of sports cars in general, like coupes, I didn't drive a whole lot. I really was impressed with the Lexus RCF I drove. That car is one of the last V8 naturally aspirated cars around. Any of the F Lexuses, you know, really. So I just have, and it was just fun. It was fun to throw around. Was it the best handling car like out there in its class? No, but it was the most, you know, it put the best smile on my face. It just had a old school feel to it in a new car. So if you can pick one of those up, like as a demonstrator, last year's model, things like that, that's a great car, or a CPO. That's a really great car. A little low on the power, but again, if you just like to slide around and play and like noise, it was just a blast with the, you know, the locking rear diff and the drift modes and stuff it had. it was just fun. And it's you know, the last of that generation of cars. Runner up in that category would be the Audi S5 RS5. With a tune, those cars are sports cars in a fairly reasonable price point. They can, you know, almost give supercar performance. But again, the styling was just a little too safe on the new S5, even though I've owned an S5 in the past. Kind of more affordable sports cars, I drove the hardtop Miata, which I really did love, and it stole the show. The Toyota 86 was also very good, and its Scion sibling that I got to check out both of those. But I think for me, the Miata, you know, if you don't care about practicality, kind of does it, and you get the fact it's a convertible, which you can't get on those other two. But they would be runners up because they were really fun. Supercars, I got to check out a Nissan GTR, which was awesome. A AMG GTS on a track, which was probably my favorite car if I exclude my own 911 Turbo from that. Because I feel like I shouldn't put my own cars in there. AMG GTS was one I would buy with my own money. So it was just beautiful inside, beautifully balanced, great sound, just kind of an all-around really great car. There are better track cars out there, yes, but it was just a beast. Electric cars, because that's kind of the future. I didn't get to drive a Model 3. I'm supposed to get to drive one next year since I have a reservation down. I'm going to drive it as a test drive and just film that for you and let you guys know my thoughts. But I did get to check out a Tesla Model X. So in high-end SUVs, that definitely was, you know, just a tour to everything, really. Technology, speed, it was pretty comfortable. Again, it was a great car, and if it weren't for the price, I would totally get one with my own money. But, you know, it's just, they haven't depreciated a lot because they're so new. Affordable electric cars, I have to say it's the Fiat 500e. It's the most fun, tossable electric car out there. I didn't review this, but I also do like the Audi A3 Sportron. That's a car, if I wasn't going to get the Model 3, I would probably get for a longer range kind of electric car. Lastly, because if you're not counting the runners up, just to kind of get to 10 and make the numbers kind of more even, I'd have to include in best budget sports car. It's not a new car, but BMW 135s. I liked this car so much when I drove one, I bought one. And it's, you know, there's actually a review of the one I own on my channel. So much car for the money, and it's so easily moddable, and mine into the year I've owned it has been really reliable. Till next time, my speedy racers, drive on.